Hello, beautiful souls. Thank you for liking this little house. I just wanted to give you ideas to give for gifts if you wanted to. They're really small and just it's good to find a way to relax and also find gifts for friends. It's gonna be just very basic shapes. Here we start with a trapezoid, and then below I like long houses. You don't have to make them long, but it's like a long rectangle. Find your very basic figures, triangles for trees. If you want them all to be triangles, that's fine too. Just find whatever makes you comfortable. I am putting some trees behind the house, different sizes. I like the groups of 3, and then I'm putting 2 little ones in front of the house too. One is gonna be in front of the house and the other one kind of behind the house. A little bit different sizes, I like them all to be different, but again, if they're all triangles, they look very cute too. Some are bigger, medium, and then I make the other one kind of different kind of shape with a little bit more of a piney look, I guess, if you want to say that. But again, if pines are hard for you, don't worry about that. Just make them all triangles. Just relax. That's the main important thing, because relaxing and just meditating and kind of when you're doing this, just think of figures that make you happy. That's why I have a heart in my house, because I always think that love is the answer for everything. I know that sounds very cheesy, but I think it's very true. Otherwise, how can we forgive, right? How can we move on? How can we fix our problems without bringing more problems? I think negative energy brings more negativity, and positivity brings hope, brings you always have to find a balance, right, between reality, our dreams, and what's happening. But when we have a positive outlook in life, it makes it easier to continue, to move on, and not get stuck in our deep feelings of sadness or anger or frustration, because that's contagious, and panic comes through and anxiety comes through, and believe me, I've been there. And so the ways that I've found that it's helpful, I guess, it's to make things that make me happy, surround myself with happy memories or people that bring me up. I have a soul sister that has given me her entire support that I am so grateful for. My family has been here with me, and those are the type of situations where you really can see who's willing to be by your side. And I hope that you have a support system. If not, hey, trust yourself, trust your heart, and believe in yourself. If you have sometimes I always think that everything falls for its own weight. So just believe in yourself and believe in your heart. If you have a good heart, and your thoughts and your goals are to help others, it will manifest itself. Just believe in yourself. And art, when you do art, and like I do this, just let go and focus on what you can do. Embrace your perfect self, your perfectly imperfect mistakes, and erase the pencil, erase what you don't like, and embrace what you do like, and hey, have fun with it. That's the most important thing. Then just choose your colors. For the trees, for the sky, I'm just choosing like just a dark blue. I use Van Gogh watercolors if you wanted to get them, but again, it's not about the brand. I think it's about just letting go, which you can get some Crayola watercolors and they will work, I promise. It's about you letting go, and hey, you're giving a happy to someone who you embrace, someone who's been there for you. And hey, sharing love is always great thing. And when someone sees that you've done this by yourself, and knowing that maybe the situations you're going through, and you're giving this as a thank you, as a Christmas card, or just as a hey, I'm thinking about you, they will embrace it. So I'm using like a dark blue, like a navy blue for the sky, so that we can make some snowflakes after it dries. So remember, watercolors work in layers. So here I'm doing the wet on wet technique. I put some water on my paper, not too much, because you want to allow the paper to dry sooner than later. That's what I think of, and to keep me not puddling my paper, I guess. The more you do it, the more you realize how much paint. You don't need too little, because then you get too much color. But then if you put too much color, you can always dilute with some more water. So depending on the brush you have and the paint you have, you'll have to get to know those items before you can decide what you need. And when my paper is still wet, I am adding some of the white paint, and that makes those big white circles on the sky that will become like snowflakes. So that's really fun to do with watercolors. And then I'm adding some red. Now I'm adding the door red, and then I realized I wanted my house to be red, so I'm like, oh, never mind. I need to take the red out. Whoops. But hey, it's okay. See, I'm using my brush as a mop and kind of adding a little bit more brown. I'm not putting too much water, because if you put too much water and you keep scraping on it with paint, or adding more and less and keep scraping, then the paper will be damaged. Not damaged. I mean, you can still use it, but you'll realize that when you make that little, mistake, if you want to call it that. I don't think there are mistakes, because I think every mistake is a lesson. So if there's lessons, then hey, you learned, right? So as long as we learn from those little mishaps, I guess, you embrace them, because that's how we move on, and we move forward. That's life. Just remember that. And so then I'm letting it dry before I keep fixing my door, and just adding different greens to my trees, letting dry the house. I like to choose and decide where I put water and watercolor next, by not choosing things that are right next to each other. That way they can dry and they won't mix. The colors won't bleed into the next item or the next thing drawn beside it. Again, I think this is a great opportunity to just get to know your colors, let go. If you like the result you made, hey, do it again. Do it with different colors. I like to add blue to my trees to create different types of green, and then you can add more yellow to others or more orange to others, and you can see how the green becomes a different shade of green, and it doesn't have to be the same exact bright green or olive green, or you can even add some brown, a little bit of brown, and you will see the shades of the green that you can create. Now you can also use your watercolor to create these type of shades on the side, so you know what kind of color you will be using. on the actual painting or your card. Just mind that if the sky, for example, is not dry yet, the trees that are touching the sky might bleed. So just keep that in mind. Just wait until the color's dry, and then you can add more color, or you can use water to, fix too much color, to take it off, or, just make it into your liking. Again, enjoying the process, smiling and kind of thinking who you're giving it to, or the memories, if this is Christmas time or Thanksgiving time, being grateful for those things that are in our lives. What encouraged you to make this card? Why did you like it? Does it remind you of something, some time? Or is it just because it's wintry and maybe you just feel like you miss the cold, or you don't want so much cold, but you still like to think of it? Maybe you have good memories of the snow. My drawings usually have a heart or a hummingbird in it because, again, love is the answer, right? And hummingbirds, I don't know why, but they always call me. I think now they make me realize how much I miss my grandma. She had a little bit of a little feeder for hummingbirds, and I remember sitting in that patio and enjoying watching those hummingbirds come and feeding, and it just amazed me how fast they can fly and how beautiful they are. But then in Mexico, I am from Mexico, I never had wintry Christmas or holiday season. So for me, having a little bit of snow always means a lot. I love to play with the snow. Maybe not too much because I don't like to drive in it or at the ice especially, but hey, I still like to have fun with whatever comes around. I think life has taught me, and that's why I want to pass along that to you. If there is a tough situation, just we have to teach ourselves to pick and decide which moments are the ones that we do like, because every situation has a positive in it. So just teaching ourselves to pick on those good moments or those good positive elements of it, on it all, will make the situation much better. And I say that from the bottom of my heart. Every situation has a positive. It's not good it's okay to feel, but it's also good to get out of that feeling and smile, because you're still here, and that means you still have an opportunity to make it better. You're here for a reason. You're here for a lesson, not only for you, but for those around you. So if it can be any positive, hey, let's make it happen. You're a teacher. We all are. And we all, I'm letting it dry here. Let it dry here, your painting. But anyway, yes, we are all teachers, and if we can all share and collaborate and hey, I've learned to use watercolor due to many things in life, but hey, if anybody else can learn from these lessons, then I'll be more than happy to continue. I love to teach, I love to paint, and that's what has gotten me to keep on going, keep moving forward, keep learning lessons, and keep strong. I was just listening to the song. I wish I could put songs on these videos, because if I could, I would put the fight song right here. And if you haven't heard it, please hear it. It might make you cry like it has me. But hey, it will give you strength. Like the other saying, what doesn't kill you make you stronger. Just, those really, really deep lyrics, poems that just talk to you and make you realize that yes, you are strong, you can make it, you are strong enough, and don't let anyone else tell you otherwise. And those who are willing to extend their hand for you are those lights in your life, your angels, your power angels. And hey, let it happen when you're ready. You will know your time, as long as you're conscious that you want to get out and be better each day. And here I'm just working with my Sharpie, just with some elements, just to give a little bit more of a dimension, straightening my lines, making it a little bit more perfectly imperfect. It's all good, just one step at a time. Take your time. Don't rush through it. Even if you have to pause and continue it later, don't let anyone take away that passion out of you, your willingness to heal, because you can take this time to heal yourself. Again, it does not have to be perfect, and don't try to be like me, don't try to be like Van Gogh, don't try to be like Picasso. Just use them as your inspiration, and yeah, you can do it along with me. I'm not saying not to. What I'm saying is, you can try it first, and then maybe you want to try it again and see what you can change that is more your own. Maybe you want to change the roof and make it a triangle, or maybe the top window, make it a circle or a star, or just, I don't know, just make it your own. Don't forget to find you and to enjoy yourself, embrace yourself. You are so perfect. You're here because you're perfect. How do you like it? Now I'm using these different sizes of Posca pens to make more snowflakes. I think I used this little one to make some snow on the frames and snow on my house. These Posca pens are one of my favorites. Once I started using them, man, it's been very hard to let go. So I'm using here to make just a little bit of a detail. And this time, they come in many sizes, and this is the little size. Usually, what I've seen and I'm not an expert, and I can just tell you that what I found. There's 3 main sizes. I think there's a thicker one that is the biggest one. I haven't used that one yet. But there's 3 very popular sizes, and this is the smallest of those 3. I bought them on Amazon. And this little one is perfect for little details. So I'm doing some of the snow, like for the top of the trees, just to have an idea. I could have used a bigger one for that, but hey, they all help. And then, so I'm putting some of the snow in the frames. It helps for the frames or little details on the trees. And then right here on the top of the pines. Just make the signs. Just don't think too much about it. Because if you think too much about it, then the inspiration is gone. Just follow your heart and embrace the perfect imperfections. Nothing is perfect. I have a very whimsical way of creating art, and hey, that's what's gotten me here little by little. I just started by painting a lot of flowers. I remember when that happened, and I mean, I don't blame anyone who's afraid of touching a blank page. I was there, I'm not gonna lie. But I had acrylics and I was like so afraid of messing up that canvas. I was on an easel. I had not taken classes. And man, it took me a long time to put paint on that because I was like first like thinking too much. What am I gonna paint? What color do I choose first? How do I use my colors? What color do I, how do I put it on my brush? Am I gonna mess up my brush? What brush to use? There's so many. It was a gift that I had when I graduated college. And I was just like, I love looking at the canvas, but I don't know what to do with it. It's just ridiculous. But hey, that's when you realize, now I know that fear is one of our worst enemies. Let's not give fear that joy of, getting the best out of us. Little by little, I just, picked up that brush and painted one of my most favorite posters, which is a French poster, the cat noir, which is a black cat. And hey, I was like, man, I can do this. I think I can. I mean, it was not perfect at all, but hey, I knew I could do something at least. And little by little, I knew that I love flowers because the flowers have the mission of making us smile. That's their life mission. So let's appreciate everything we do. I hope you like this. And if you do, like it and subscribe if you want to see more. And I'll keep sharing positivity, optimism, and any other thing that could help you in difficult situations. Because believe me, I live many. I am sending much, much love to you. I hope that this helps a little bit. Oh, here, I almost forgot. I am going to add a little bit of just to create a little bit of paints in the house. I kind of forgot. Oh, I was almost saying goodbye. But just little details at the end. I'm using the very tip of my brush to make them happen, or you can use a pen. You make it easy for you. Start easy and then challenge yourself a little bit more and more each time. Again, I hope you liked it, enjoy it, and then maybe keep it or frame it or share it, framed or not, or put it on a card. Whatever calls your heart. Make more if you want to. Hey, keep practicing. It'll help you too. And then you're sharing love and happiness to someone else that you care about. Happy Thanksgiving to you, and Merry Christmas. Have a beautiful, beautiful winter. No matter what time of year this is, timeless. May you have a beautiful, beautiful day. Enjoy your painting. Continue sharing. And don't forget to be that light for someone else when someone may need you. Thanks for being here with me today. Much love.